Today we will discuss about the enzyme inhibition. Means the activity of the enzyme decreased or ceased by the some chemical compounds, so called inhibitors. So inhibitors check the activity of the enzyme, or in the presence of the inhibitor the activity of the enzyme slows down or stopped, and this is called the enzyme inhibition. Enzyme inhibition generally may be two types, in which the enzyme retain their activity after the removal or elimination of the inhibitor, that is called reversible inhibition. And if the active site of the enzymes when exposed to the inhibitors are permanently damaged and enzyme never retain their activity, then it is called irreversible inhibition. So the reversible inhibition is are further categorized into three types: competitive inhibition, non-competitive inhibition, and uncompetitive inhibition. Competitive inhibition means there is a structural analog between the substrate and the inhibitor. Means the substrate and inhibitors are similar in size and both are complementary to the active site of the enzyme. Due to this, they compete for the binding at the active site. If inhibitor binds, then reaction will stop, and if substrate bind, then reaction will proceed in the forward direction. The inhibition of enzyme in competitive inhibition also depends on the concentration of either substrate or inhibitor. If the concentration of the substrate increases, then the activity of the enzyme increases. But the concentration of the inhibitor and the activity of the enzyme are inversely proportional. Means the concentration of the inhibitor increases, then the activity of the enzyme decreases. So they are the structural analog and compete on the binding site or active site of the enzyme. So this is called competitive inhibition. Competitive inhibition has several biomedical importance in the designing of the drugs. One example is succinic dehydrogenase. Succinate dehydrogenase is the enzyme of Krebs cycle. It is also interesting to know that the only enzyme of Krebs cycle which is bound to the mitochondrial membrane, that is succinate dehydrogenase. This enzyme converts succinic acid into fumaric acid. So there are several structural analogs of succinic acid, and one well known is malonic acid. Malonic acid competes with succinic acid to bind at the active site of succinate dehydrogenase, and if the malonic acid bound on the active site, then reaction will stop. So succinate dehydrogenase has inhibitor and substrate of same size, and both compete on the binding of the active site of the enzyme. Another example which are seen in the bacteria, in case of bacteria, and it is used in the designation of the new drug, that is known as sulfa drugs. Sulfa drugs are broad spectrum antibiotics which are widely used and effectively check the growth of the bacteria, and these are based on the competitive inhibition. Para-aminobenzoic acid is a compound which is required by the bacteria for the synthesis of the folic acid. So sulfa drugs are designed which are the structural analog of para-aminobenzoic acid, and both compete on the active site of the enzyme which are essential for the synthesis of folic acid. So sulfur drugs binds on the active site of the enzyme and the synthesis of folic acid stop, and as a result the bacteria, growth of bacteria will also stop. So sulfur drugs are works on the basis of the competitive inhibition. One other example which are very common, that is alcohol poisoning. Alcohol poisoning means the ingestion of methanol. Methanol, when ingested, is converted into formaldehyde by the enzyme alcohol dehydrogenase. Formaldehyde is a toxic product and it can damage the membrane, nervous tissue and optical nerves. So, to eliminate the poisoning of the methanol, there will be intravenous administration of ethyl alcohol. Due to this, the competitive inhibition occurs when the concentration of ethyl alcohol increases. So both compete, ethyl alcohol and methyl alcohol compete on the binding site for active site of the alcohol dehydrogenase. So concentration of ethanol increases, then the inhibitor's activity decreases. Ethanol is converted into acetaldehyde and which is further converted into acetyl coenzyme and proceeds into energy giving process. But when methanol is bound, then it is converted into formaldehyde, which is toxic. So to eliminate the poisonous effect of the methanol, ethanol is administered intravenously to eliminate the effect of the methanol. Another example of the competitive inhibition for the designing of the anti-cancer drug, that is methotrexate. Methotrexate is a well-known anti-cancer drug which are widely used to check the growth of the cancerous cells. It is well known that uncontrolled growth of the cell results into cancer and they divide rapidly. So methotrexate is the structural analog of tetrahydrofolate. Tetrahydrofolate is a substrate for the enzyme tetrahydrofolate reductase. This enzyme plays an essential role in the nucleotide biosynthesis. Methotrexate are the structural analog of tetrahydrofolate and both compete for the binding at the active site of tetrahydrofolate reductase. So, if methotrexate binds, then the biosynthesis of nucleotide stops, which is the raw material of nucleic acid synthesis. And when the nucleotide biosynthesis stops, then finally it results into halt of DNA replication. So, new cells are not formed and which check the growth of the cancerous cells. So this is the widely used chemo agents for the replacement of the cancer. So these are the example of competitive inhibition. So competitive inhibition of the enzymes are now widely used and useful in the medical science. So finally, competitive inhibition means there is a competition between the substrate and inhibitor for the binding at the active site due to the similar site and both are complementary to the active site. Thus this inhibition depends on the substrate or inhibitor concentration. The second type is non-competitive inhibition. Non-competitive means the enzyme has other site for the substrate and inhibitor, separate site for the substrate and inhibitor, and there will be no competition. So here are several examples such as heavy metals, silver, mercury and lead. They are the heavy metals and are involved in the inhibition of the several different types of the enzymes. Non-competitive inhibition, one example you have seen in the porphyrin biosynthesis, that was the ALA contains zinc atom in their active site, and in the environment which are polluted by lead, the lead replace the zinc and check the activity of a lead dehydratase. That is the non-competitive emission, which results into the stop of porphyrin biosynthesis. So these metal ions bind to the site which are other than active site. They are also called allosteric site. So they bind another site and inhibit the rate of the reaction. So they form the ESI complex, enzyme substrate inhibition complex. Uncompetitive inhibition, this is similar to the non-competitive inhibition, but the only difference between non-competitive and uncompetitive is that inhibitor binds only enzyme substrate complex. Means enzyme substrate complex will be formed before inhibitor binds. So there must be the formation of ESI complex. Means inhibitor only binds to the ES complex, enzyme substrate complex. In this case, there will be conformation change in the active site after the binding of the inhibitor. If inhibitors bind first, then it changes the conformation to the active site where are substrate binding site, and there is no binding of the substrate occurs. So both are their mechanism of action differ. In uncompetitive inhibition, inhibitors only bind to the enzyme substrate complex. Irreversible inhibition, which are there are several compounds which permanently alter the active site of the enzyme, and enzyme never retain their activity, such as iodoestamine, organophosphorus diisopropyl phosphofluoridate, well known also called nerve gas. Nerve gas DIPF, diisopropyl phosphofluoridate, which binds to the active site of acetylcholine esterase, the enzyme which are critical in the nerve impulse transmission, because after the nerve impulse transmission, it is essential to degrade the acetylcholine, which is the neurotransmitter, and mediate the transmission on the synapse. So DIPF inactivate the acetylcholine esterase, and the acetylcholine once secreted never degraded, and that had a bad complication on the nerve impulse transmission. Suicide inhibitors, there are several compounds which are inactive until they does not bind to the active site of the enzyme. Means they are inactive, but they become active after the binding at the active site of the enzyme, and have the property to inhibit the enzymatic reaction irreversibly, and enzyme never retain their activity. So these type of the inhibitor which are inactive become active after the binding of the active site are called suicide inhibitors. So these are all about